You are listening to a podcast of the Geek.io Media Network. For all of our shows and more, visit geek-io.net. And to help support the network, head over to patreon.com/geekio.
Hello, gentle listener. While Geek.io holds its talent to the highest standards, what follows will likely involve the sort of language usually reserved for sailing or leave. If you're of a delicate disposition, then perhaps you would consider a different podcast.
This is S4, and we're here to spoil you rotten on today's geekiest shows. This may include relevant episodes up to as well as including those in the description. If you want to avoid knowing too much, then please come back later. For those who remain, I welcome you to the Small Screen Spoiler Show.
Spoilers.
Yes, indeed. Hello and welcome, friends, to the Small Screen Spoiler Show. Episode number freaking 80. Getting higher and higher in these episode numbers. We're eventually, maybe next year, going to get to 100. And we're not going to do anything special on it because this is not that kind of show.
No, not really. I'll be like, hey, we hit 100. Oh, cool.
Yeah, good for us.
Okay, let's talk about some stuff.
Yes. Of course, I am CJ. Can't be afraid of dead rats boat. And that man right there, of course, was the one, the only, the magnificent, the beautiful Jared. Before you knock me out, can I grab a pick as a veto?
Can I grab a pick?
Of course.
Before you knock me out, can I grab a... Let me take a selfie.
First, let me take a selfie. The invisible third chair, of course, belongs to the inimitable from overseas, Daryl. I am bred not to take offense or advance. Shaler.
Come on, that was a perfect name for him. And then
it was, because British people.
He is bred not to take offense.
And keeping us live, keeping us on track, is Raul A++ Garza.
Hey, Raul.
Raul.
Hiding there behind your static image.
Indeed.
I know you're there.
What are we talking about tonight, Jess?
Well, tonight we're going to talk about Electric Dreams. Season 1, Episode 3, Human Is. Episode 4, Crazy Diamond. Episode 5, The Hoodmaker. And Episode 6, Safe and Sound. And then we're going to wrap it up with Black Lightning. Season 1, Episode 4, Black Jesus. Episode 5, the longest episode title ever. And then the devil brought the plague, the Book of Green Light. What that had to do with the episode, I couldn't tell you.
That's like an anime level freaking title. Like if you listen to Anime Otaku Show, we have titles that are like 12 words long. Like, the tiger leapt upon its episode 3. The tiger leapt upon a high branch and jumped upon the unsuspecting elk.
And then the devil brought the plague, the Book of Green Light.
Oh, and the Book of Green Light. I'm guessing they're naming their arcs now, quote, quote, arcs, the Book of blank, which is not at all religious overtones.
Huh.
Yeah, I do like how, like, Electric Dreams almost forms a sentence. Human is Crazy Diamond.
Human is Crazy Diamond, and the Hoodmaker is safe and sound.
Hold on. All right. But before we get into the show proper, we have to pay some bills. So, friends listening to podcasts, you're going to hear some ads. We love you. Check out our sponsors. If you want an ad-free experience, tune in live. Usually Mondays at 10 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/Geekioshow. Tonight's Wednesday because Monday we had no Daryl, and the show is incomplete without Daryl. So, yeah. So, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. It's fucking Wednesday. I know it's fucking Wednesday. All right. Short break. 3, 2. And welcome back. All right. Let's get weird, you guys, and talk about some Electric Dreams. Human is.
Human is.
Episode 3, The Train Rider. Witness the shadowy train journey into a town that doesn't exist as Timothy Spall auditions.
Oh fuck,
His episode are in a different order than ours.
yes, they are.
I wonder if we got lucky.
Elephantine Drams, Episode 4. Ed Morris is an average man.
All right, we got that one. That's Crazy Diamond.
Electric Blanket, Episode 5. This episode is called Real Life, so there's a twist where the real
That
world
was
is
the first episode that we watched.
Now I'm just going to go and read the IMDb description.
You listen to this.
Indeed. In the not-too-distant future, a traumatized policewoman enters the Matrix through the looking glass while sauntering through the mainframe and ends up in the 13th floor.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wet Dreams, Episode 6. Human is as human does.
Hey!
A woman returns from battle to discover that her husband has been busy while she was away. He binge-watched the entire run of Breaking Bad on Netflix and took it a little too seriously. Yet gonna get real.
Yay!
Something like that.
British airing being different than what Amazon has it listed as.
It's okay. We got a couple of them though, so that's
Yeah,
pretty good.
we got a recap of the first episode and got this one. We don't
Got
have
this one and Crazy Diamond.
Oh yeah, we have Crazy Diamond too. So yeah, Human is. Hey, Walter White's here, you guys.
Yeah, we got some Bryan Cranston
Yeah.
right here in
And
our Electric Dreams,
so-
which he's an executive producer of the show, so go figure.
He's very Walter Whitey in this. So, well, the first half of it is,
Yeah, absolutely.
and
He's doing
then
this Walter White thing.
yeah, he's absolutely being Walter White and Dickie and not good person.
Yes, future Skylar is real bummed out because future Walter White is a real dick.
Right. She's a very British actress, including probably my favorite role I've ever seen, which is a show called Cloud Street, which is a TV miniseries where she played Dolly Pickles.
That's very British.
That is.
I'm sure Daryl could tell us all about it and send us
Yes,
clips from
'Cause
YouTube.
he watches all of the English
It is.
television as
He does. I'm sure he
when
put
I
this
kept
on the-
asking him what the fuck he was referencing when we were talking about American Gods, because I don't know, I never actually watched the show. I just know he was on it.
It's on it. He kept sending us clips of him with his shirt off for some reason.
So yeah, we have Walter White meeting Davos Seaworthy from Game of Thrones, and that was weird.
No, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Liam Cunningham, he's Davos Seaworthy on Game of Thrones. He's a really good actor. He's a really good character. Kind of plays the same character here too.
Is he like the head of the army guy?
Yeah, he's head of Navy for one of the kings,
Ah, okay.
and still very militaristic, very orders, do them kind of thing. So, all right. You remember how much I ranted and raved and loved the first 2 episodes of this?
Oh, you didn't like this one? I liked this one.
Okay, liked is a good word.
Yeah.
Liked is a good word for this one.
I wasn't crazy about it, but I liked it.
I liked this one. We do have the evolution of Cranston now, as he's clothed, and then all throughout Breaking Bad, you see him in his underwear, and you just get flat out butt shot in this one.
There was butt shot in Breaking Bad too.
Was there?
Yeah, remember when he was pretending to be crazy or pretending he had a mental breakdown and
Right.
walked
Yeah,
naked?
remember, I watched all of Breaking Bad in like a week and a half. So
Which can't be good for you. You should never binge watch Breaking Bad. Like, that can't be good for your psyche.
all of it in like a week and a half.
Yeah, jeez.
Yes, Daryl without a shirt. He said he gets pictures of himself.
Yes, clips of himself on a British TV show with his shirt off. That's exactly what happened. I'm sure of it.
So leading me to the fact of, and I wrote this note down. I remember what some of my notes were on these, by the way. So we're continuing with Amazon kind of touting that, hey, remember, we're almost HBO, you guys. We have to have gratuitous sex scenes in every single one of our every single one of our episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have a BDSM club that has never paid off.
Oh, you mean the plastic bubble orgy cave? That's my note. I wrote it down.
Oh my god.
Tell me I'm wrong.
No, you are not wrong at all.
It's a cage full of plastic bubbles, and well,
And you have to go down into the methane mines or whatever the fuck it's called.
that's one of the things I really loved about this episode was like the weird world building. Like it was all very subtle. Like nothing was really explained to you other than the stealing the resources from the alien planet.
From Rexar 4.
And then and then at the beginning it's Earth, and then there's the line scratched through it, and it's changed to Terra.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Could you just say Terra?
Yeah.
But-
or just Earth. Why does it have to be Terra?
Or just Earth. Earth's fine too. They
Yeah.
used up all the resources. People living underground. There's weird yellow smoke underground where the poor people live. And then,
Yeah.
the rich people are upstairs. And despite having, very limited resources, she can take a bath, which seems extremely wasteful.
Yeah.
It's a lot of water to just
Unless it's
waste.
just recycled water. There's a possibility that's just
Possible.
Because she had that like weed mask thing that she put on that calmed her down when her dickhead Walter White husband like rage kissed her, and because it's really awkward to have Walter White actually strike a woman.
Yes. Question mark?
I don't think he ever hit a woman. He killed a woman, but he never hit a woman in Breaking Bad.
It's true. It's true. Did he only kill one? I don't remember one.
Yeah, he only killed the one woman.
Yeah.
No spoilers on that, I suppose, for this show that's now been off the air for.
Oh yeah. It's way past the 2-week expiration.
Yeah, he killed the one lady with the stevia, but that's it.
Yeah, poor Lydia.
Yeah, Lydia. There we go.
Her and her green tea.
So like they showed the thing, and then like, oh, we're gonna explode we're gonna explode the thing. We may get it back. And the crew probably won't make it. I wrote down coming back as a lizard man, isn't he?
Duh. I
Yep.
read the synopsis.
I didn't, and I'm like, yep, he's definitely a lizard man. All right, cool. Good job on being incredibly easy to predict, show.
It is that sometimes. More on that later.
Yeah, the first 2 episodes did such a good job of like keeping me on my toes, like having me fascinated. This world was really fascinating. Like, but that's kind of the issue with these.
Yeah. And like I said, I liked the world building in this one.
Yeah.
Like it's very narrow down, and they just kind of show you stuff that's going on, and then there's some conversation about resources are missing, and we got to go to this other planet and steal their stuff so we don't die, and we can make more air, etc.
Yeah, it was.
But I also like that there was like 2 sets. There was like her apartment,
Yep.
and then like the headquarters, and then I guess 3 sets, and then the plastic bubble orgy cave, because why not?
I would love to have that holographic running place though that she was in. That
That was cool too. That was in her apartment.
yeah,
I want one of those. I want one of those holograph treadmills.
and the giant tub.
And yeah, the giant tub where you can just waste all the water you want.
Yes.
Because if you're living in the higher levels, apparently you're super special.
Yeah, super rich white people problems. My husband forcibly kisses me, and yes, I know it's still sexual assault, but still. Like those
So-
other people downstairs are getting literally beat the shit out of over weird yellow pea rocks. I don't understand what's going on with those, but
It's fine. It's fine. We're all fine here. The air's bad. That's why I got to steal this stuff. So he comes back and miraculously survives the attack, and
yeah,
he's nice now
yeah.
after his weird fever.
That's not how PTSD works.
How suspicious.
Yeah, you remember how I was one of the few things that I could easily give Punisher. It was giving a very good look on what PTSD actually was. This is not that.
No, it definitely was not. You don't come back nice.
No, you do not.
But so he's super nice to her. He makes her breakfast. Does all
Yeah,
these nice
Nice
things.
lizard man.
He's super nice.
Great hubby lizard
And,
man.
and you know, making the breakfast close up eating, like when they do like extreme close up of someone eating, that's really awkward.
It really is. Like it's off-putting too. Like
It's like-
they're just like kind of squirm a little bit. Like I don't really know you. Stop
it's
it.
like it's like go up to somebody while they're eating and just like stand an inch from their face and watch.
It's a private moment. Like that's the issue. Like it's kind of like bathroom scenes. Like not necessarily shower scenes, but like toilet scenes. It's like super. Those are really uncomfortable. Always.
Just super awkward.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's super nice.
Yeah.
She's weirded out at first, then she kind of likes it. Then
Humans be humans.
doing the human thing.
Yeah, got to make that weird human. I wonder if they had a baby, if it would be half lizard or not.
I don't know. They weren't lizards though. They were like weird energy creatures.
I just like calling them lizard people.
The Rexarians. I wrote it
Yes.
down.
Yeah, from Rexar 4. As opposed to 1, 2, and 3, because fuck those planets.
Rexar Omicron.
Persea, yeah,
Persei.
just weird lizard people. Weird lizard alien energy people.
But then the other guy that came back, they found out he really is a Rexarian and he's a secret spy. Oh no, he is too. So we pull him out of bed and arrest him, and he's going on trial.
Like that trial was super weird too.
It was weird, but
This
is
entire
weird.
episode was just weird. Like,
Weird future Earth.
yeah,
It's
Tara,
like, it's like she said he was acting different. It's like, I guess, but he seems fine. He's nice.
is this person across from you your husband? Yes.
Yeah, I think so. You sure? I don't think you're right. Let's go murder him anyway. It's like, no. They kill me, keep her alive. Oh wait, he made a noble sacrifice. And if that isn't human, then what is?
Your man just said that that the Rexarians don't have that capability. Blah 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 blah.
Rah 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 rah.
Oh, you're right. Tell me your name, lizard man. You can't pronounce it. It's
You
okay.
should probably tell me your name.
Can I still call you Walter White? Tell me my name.
Say my name. Except that you can't.
Yeah.
Because apparently all she really wants is that Rexarian D, yo.
Oh yeah. She need that lizard man D.
It's like, man, I never got that before.
All right.
The end. Human is.
Yeah, human is whatever you make of it, and that's the entire point of it. There's a running theme in these. So, okay, so the commuter, okay, so, because all right, so the way that these air in Britain / on IMDb, the Hoodmaker is episode 1, by the way. I don't know if that's a good place to start.
Yeah, that one has a very. I mean, I liked it a lot. We'll get there.
Yeah. Impossible Planet, which we haven't seen yet. The Commuter, which we haven't seen yet. Crazy Diamond is exactly where it is. Real Life, which is the first episode. Human is Kill All Others, Autofac, Safe and Sound. The Father Thing is the final one.
The father thing. I'm familiar with this.
So we're gonna get more Autofac next week because that's something we needed. Black Droid.
Autofac was great.
Yeah, Autofac was really good. So we just need to let Daryl know. Like, I still want to hear his thoughts on. See, the problem is, and he's admitted this to me. If he hasn't seen the episode, he pretty much just looks at the IMDb and reads that and makes witty witticisms on it, which I love, by the way.
Yeah, I'm okay with this.
So, all right, next
Crazy
one.
Diamond.
Crazy Diamond.
Elephantine Drams, Episode 4. Ed Morris is an average man living an average life with an average home and an average car and an average TV show when suddenly his life is turned upside down by a beautiful robo-lady.
Something like that, yeah.
Kinda. All right, I kind of hated this episode.
I really hated this episode.
First of all, I saw Steve Buscemi, and I'm like, if I see Steve Buscemi's ass, I am fucking.
I am out.
I am
I'm done.
so out.
No.
There is no way you could keep me if Steve Buscemi pulled down his pants. Like, there is no possible way you'd be able to keep me. I don't care what you could do, what you could throw at me to make me want to rewatch the show. No, once you show me Steve Buscemi's ass, I'm done.
Thankfully, that did not happen.
No, because this episode bucked the we need to have sex in every show trend.
It did. There was none of that.
Yeah,
at
there
all.
was no sex at all.
And this was like Katie had stayed up and was reading or working on something while I was watching this. And even though she didn't fully watch it, she was angry that it had wasted an hour of her time. She hated it that much. I didn't hate it quite as much, but I still definitely did not like it at all.
Yeah, this episode was just, it was.
And I like Steve Buscemi.
Yeah,
What
he's
happened?
he's weird and he's okay when kind of what he pops in. When I like my Buscemi is when he's a side actor, not when he is literally in every scene.
That's fair.
Like,
He is like the weird guy that you go talk to, and he does his weird thing for one scene, and he's awesome, and then
Exactly. There's too much Buscemi. That's a spice
Too
that you go heavy-handed on, and I think this suffered for it. Because like, all right, so Jill, like, you have these quantum beings that you can inject into people now. Which, okay, cool, I can get down on that.
well, inject into like. Were they people or were they just like robots or
I don't know. I don't know if they were robots or like shells or
bio shell thingies? I don't know. They called them Jacks and Jills.
and others.
Makes me think they.
They're trying to be, gender specific, gender okay, because they're like Jacks and Jills and anything else you can imagine.
Yes. And then they did all this world building in this one, but for some reason it did not work at all, and it just kind of irritated me.
Yeah, well, it's because
They
like
live in
there
these
was no
houses,
there
and,
wasn't a lot of cohesion in the world building in this one. At least in the last one, you kind of got Earth is now Terra. We have a global government, and they are the state, and they are a military government, and we are trying to steal these things from these energy beings, and they are the bad guys, quote unquote bad guys. So we have that. Here, the world is not really explained. Like autofact, we got a clear, concise. Here is a timeline of what happens to create and bring out the autofact.
Yes.
In the first episode, you kind of got that pull as well there of this is a timeline, this happened, and now she is doing this as Rhodey.
Yes.
And now Rogue is now Rhodey. Like that's you got a timeline there as well.
Yes. And then this one we have quantum thingies injected into robot, maybe human shell thingies, and people live in pod houses that the land is somehow eroding or something.
Yeah.
Their food expires after one day and they have to throw it away, but she secretly keeps some seeds and discovers that she can grow new food.
Yeah, and she's a special Jill in that case, and they just keep playing the same Beatles song over and over again.
Yes, they're the Beatles song. That's right. Right.
And then in the end, he gets on a boat and then dives off of it and lives, or something.
and there's a record, and
then that goddamn Beatles song continues on.
And the Jill wants a new body, or no, she wants a new quantum injection thingy because she's breaking down.
Yeah, she needs a new
And
spew into her. So
using him, and then she steals it, and
this is
there's
the
a
lowest
black market
rated on
deal.
IMDb.
Yeah.
So-
Nobody likes this episode.
Nobody likes this.
And there's some bad CGI blood and
Yes.
gun fights, and
Yeah, pop cap guns. Pop, 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 pop. See, that's what this episode is what triggered me that this is actually a British production because they don't know how to do guns. Because it was like it was the dollar store pop guns that you got. Just pop, 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 pop.
and then it was like bad CGI Tarantino blood.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Tiny little guns and just like blood everywhere, but bad CGI blood.
Yeah. And
Wrong color, doesn't flow right, like bad. Just
yeah,
bad.
it was not good at all. Oh, he was Solo Sorsan. Okay. The director was also a Game of Thrones actor. By the way, this is where Game of Thrones actors go apparently when they're not when they're off their off season for Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and I think I blame direction on the problems with most of this episode.
Yeah.
Because the acting's very stilted and weird.
Yeah.
And I think that was on purpose because it was like trying to show this world where people don't act normal, except for the half pig lady who acts like a normal human being. And that was probably also on purpose. Like, oh, the pig lady has more humanity than humans or these weird human robot thingies.
Yeah, it kind of felt like this
and
episode.
Sue was great. Sue is the best thing in this episode.
Yes.
I love Sue.
It's almost like this was this book was the one that he would have written to give him the ideas for Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which became Blade Runner.
Right.
So like this story kind of feels like I mean like White Castle Blade Runner or White Castle Android Dream of Electric Sheep.
Yeah, we're just like, well, we're throwing out some ideas and just kind of feeling things out and see what works and what doesn't. And in this case, nothing really worked.
No, nothing worked at all in this.
Except for the half pig lady.
Yeah, except for a pig lady. And then like they brought up like these like this is a pure blend between a human and porcine technology. I'm like, wait, I heard porcine. I'm like, wait, pig people? What the hell's going on here?
It's a weird episode.
A couple minutes later, yep, pig people. Okay.
Porcine.
Sure.
Fine.
Yeah. That
but
makes
she's
all the
she's
sense.
bred not to take offense. She's
Yeah.
very nice, very friendly,
It's
chatting it up with everybody.
this episode just definitely like separated itself from the pack, and not in a good way, by putting us into this world. And I'm okay with putting us into this world where, you know, you have to figure stuff out, but like there's no cohesive like drawing. There's no line that can be drawn here, unlike any of the other episodes that we've seen so far. Nothing makes sense in this one, and it kind of pisses me off. This episode actively angered me.
Well, it did with Katie, and she wasn't even watching it really.
And I was the
She
entire
was just in the
time.
room while I was watching it.
The entire time, like, when are we gonna get a super awkward lesbian sex scene between Mrs. Morris and Robo Insurance Lady, or is Buscemi's gonna put his ass in here and I'm done. I'm out. I'm like, and I'm so glad we bucked the trend of needing sex in every episode on this one, by the way. And director dude, super creepy. She's hot, isn't she? I'm like, what? Why are you being super creepy right now, director man? We don't need this from you.
I don't know.
Yeah, this episode sucks, you guys.
There's that episode.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you're watching Black Mirror, you can skip episode 4.
It's
It's
like-
fine. It's an anthology.
Not
They're all
Black Mirror.
self-contained stories. So.
Not Black Mirror.
Oh, I'm sorry, Electric Dreams.
Drink!
Nothing. to
Zero, you're not the only one we have a drinking game with.
It's true. There's also Dale and
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
lots of drinking games. If you're an alcoholic, you're home. You're at home here at the Geek.io network. Because we have drinking games for everything.
so yeah, Crazy Diamond. Let's
All
move
right.
on.
It was a bad episode. The Hoodmaker, the first episode of the English series. Yeesh. I liked this episode a lot, by the way. Okay, so again, you get a clear storyline in this you get a very clear, defined story in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's just focused around Rob Stark and another weird but strangely attractive telepath lady.
Yes, also her. And she was
I
one
know
of
her
the
Where do I know her?
stepsisters on the live-action Cinderella.
Okay.
I don't remember which one. Anastasia or Drusilla.
I know this because I've known it all along, and she was Jesus. When the fuck did Cinderella come out?
2014, I think.
She was
Maybe 15.
What? Anastasia.
Got it. Nailed it.
I knew that all along.
I looked her up too because she looked familiar to me.
Yeah, like it really bothered me. She's like really really attractive.
And I never watched Game of Thrones, but Rob Stark also looked really familiar to me.
It's because he was if you watched what was it, Enchanted, I believe it was. He was a prince in that. He was also in Cinderella too.
Oh yeah, he was the Prince in Cinderella.
He was a prince in Cinderella.
I don't know. All I know is that I could listen to his accent all day.
This is his actual accent, and I was so happy to hear in Game of Thrones. He forces down his
Scottishness.
he forces down his Scottishness and becomes more British. And like they just let him talk, and I'm like, okay, I'm good with this.
Yeah, I loved it. Oh my gosh.
It was real nice. I've always had a thing for Rob Stark in Game of Thrones, and just letting him be Scottish, and I'm like, oh right, okay, I am so in on this one.
Like I've encountered a lot of Scottish accents where you can't understand anything they're saying. I mean, it still sounds amazing, but you have no idea what it's saying. But he has a nice, clear, beautiful, buttery.
Because he's a trained actor, so
he's got a great accent.
He really does. I mean, dude's been working. Like his first thing was in 1999, so like he's been working for a bit. He's our age, born in '86. So yeah, we have telepaths. Cool, established telepaths. Awesome. Immediately, hey, they set up the rules for telepathy. Even in the first 5 minutes of this episode, you have a clear defined what telepaths can do and the ramifications of it.
Yes,
Like,
people do not like it.
how,
Do not read my mind.
how hard is that to do? Like, they set up clear, concise rules in 5 minutes where shows do this, and they never set up those rules. Like, okay, so you can read them and you have to move on, or they start itching. They start feeling bad. Like, okay, cool. That is an awesome rule. That is an awesome thing that you set up immediately, and it has a payoff.
Start itching and they know it's happening.
Yeah.
First, they're being very discreet. She's with the cops reading
Yes.
people. Does he have a bomb? No. He's just agitated. He's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, it's a kid. He's not going to do anything. He's upset because his boyfriend left him. I both love and hate, especially now that I know this is an English production and they're not necessarily great on diversity in England sometimes. Daryl's gonna hate me for that one, but I mean, it's still like their television is still kind of conservative.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been to London. It's a very diverse place. I'll
Yeah,
say.
and they're getting there on their television. And this is a show like Doctor Who breached that a couple years ago now, and now so is this. Like it's, they're getting there, and I can appreciate that. But like, I don't like the fact that it's kind of dropped on each and every episode. It's like, oh, this person has to be, and they point it out. Like they don't have. I like it when diversity is just kind of there and not actively pointed at. But that's kind of a stepping stone of, going from a more conservative television to, having diversity in your television. Because like you said, London is a very diverse place.
Extremely. It's only like 50% British people. It is a melting pot.
And that's
of the
great.
city.
And their television is getting there too. And that's just what I'm getting there on that one. But no, and like you have like, it was really well done. And they like the science, they said like, this material actively blocks telepathy and things like that. Like, cool.
And that's why we have them, because we got to have this weapon against the teeps.
The MacGuffin makes sense.
Yep.
And it is very well done for a MacGuffin because it's not the actual point of the entire episode. Like this mask, these hoods don't matter. Like at the end of the day, like they're just trying to replicate Rob Stark's ability.
Dun-dun-dun. He has an ability?
Yeah. His quote unquote weapon is basically a shield against telepathy against the teeps, which
Yes.
that bothered me too. I don't know why that bothered me, but that bothered me.
Like a pseudo racist term for
Yeah.
the telepaths.
Yeah, it was super dumb. Like that was a super dumb name for them. I don't know why it bothered me so much, but every time they said "oops," it triggered me.
Teep, 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 teep.
Deep, 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 deep. Yo, come on, you play football with us? No, come on, deep, deep, you little chicken, deep, 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 deep.
And scene. Take a bow.
Thank you.
No. Right. So yeah. So he has the power to block the telepathy.
His power is a
He's
shield.
hitting him.
That's cool. I mean, there was nothing
And
wrong
that's
with
why
that.
they partnered him with the tape.
Yeah,
Find out at the end.
couldn't read him
She couldn't.
until he
Never
let
tried
his
to.
shield down.
And then you find out he's actually a douchebag. Like, dang it.
Right? Damn it, Rob
Dude.
Stark!
Your beautiful accent tricked me.
You beautiful man and your beautiful accent. Why do you have to be?
really liked you. And that was a genuine twist.
Yeah. That was well done.
They really set that up well because they really make you like him.
Yeah.
And then-
He is a genuinely good guy. Brings her breakfast and like picks her up from her house because that's what a good guy does. Takes her out on actual dates. Like I could feel the chemical, like they had a chemistry on screen, and it was believable.
Yeah.
And then he's a douchebag. Well done.
Jazz and a triple scotch.
Always a way to get into a team's pants.
Works for Rob Stark.
Yep. I mean, sometimes you don't even need that if you're Rob Stark.
No, he didn't need
No.
that.
Even she's just like, all right, just shut up and do me. When are you gonna
And they didn't show it.
No, they didn't. They hinted they got it and just went away. And I'm like, okay, cool, awesome.
And moved on. Dreams of fly fishing.
Yes. And burbs.
Burp, burp, burp.
Burb. And that was that episode. I mean, it was a good episode.
Yeah, and I like the
really
ambiguous ending. Like, is he still lying? Like, he showed her the truth, but did he actually change his mind in the time he spent with her and now he likes her, is into her? Or is he just trying not to be burned alive? And then she's got her hand on the lock and that's the end.
Yeah.
I don't know if she let him out or he burned to death. It was good.
It was good, yeah.
Solid
That-
episode. Thank you.
That is how you handle an episodic contact episode. Like that was really well done.
Great universe, interesting story, a twist that actually got me. Because with all of these episodes, I found myself being, I guess I'm pretty genre savvy at this point with this type of stuff. So I kind of know what paths are going to do. And for the most part, it's like, yeah, I saw that coming, but man, they did a really good job with the way they did that.
Yeah.
So points to you. And then in this one, I genuinely did not see that piece coming.
Like we'll get to that one here in a couple seconds with Safe and Sound. But yeah, absolutely. But as a first episode and introduction to a series, I still don't know about that one.
Yeah, it's a bit intense, but I don't know. Maybe it was a good place for the British audience to start? Question mark.
I don't know. All right. Safe and Sound. A small town girl already gripped with social anxiety moves to a big city where her mother, for the first time, she is exposed to urban society's emphasis. Says I'm doing this in a British-ish voice. Where to go? Where'd my summary go? Oh, there it is. Emphasis on security and terrorist prevention. Her school days are soon consumed by fear and paranoia. She finds guidance and companionship in the most unexpected of places.
Da-da-dum.
So pretty redheaded high school girl having pretty people problems, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. It's a little more complicated than that.
Not much. Though by the way, she's in the Slender Man movie. This pretty redheaded girl.
Oh, good for her.
She's in the TV series of Snowpiercer coming up, apparently.
What?
Yeah, apparently there's a TV series for Snowpiercer coming up.
Huh.
I mean, all right.
Sure. Why not? I'm not sure how that works, but
she was the little girl in Bedtime Stories, the Adam Sandler movie.
oh, is that where I know her from?
That's where you know her from.
Oh, now I feel kind of gross.
Yeah, I do too, because as I keep saying, pretty girl. Like she is quite pretty. It's like, oh man, I watched her when she was
She's 20 now. It's fine, I guess.
yeah, it's all right. It's
I'm still an old, dirty old man. But
yeah, we're both. We've established this already. So yeah, speaking of twists that were pretty well done, but we were very obviously seen coming.
yeah, and I guess we can talk about the twist now. It bothered me that they showed the other side of it. Like it should have ended before they revealed that that was what's going on, because I knew that's what was going on.
Yeah,
And it made me feel like proud that I was like, oh, I know what really happened. They orchestrated this whole thing, and then they're like, and now we're gonna show you them orchestrating this whole thing. And I was like, oh, that cheapened it for me.
at least they waited until the end and didn't just try
They
and like
did.
halfway through. Like they finished the storyline, which again they built the world pretty well.
Oh, the world building in this one's my favorite.
Like they
Absolutely.
like everybody is paranoid
Perfection.
because there are terrorist attacks, and like this felt like
City, and there's these bubbles.
yeah, in
quote
the
unquote,
same way that
out of
in the same way
wasteland.
that almost Belushi Butt felt like pre Do Android's Dream of Electric Sheep. This was very much so what I felt his stepping stone towards Minority Report was.
Yeah, absolutely.
And obviously those are too much like Do Androids and Minority Report are much better stories than these two are. But this felt like a stepping stone towards that, and I liked it. Like because I could put myself into that kind of scenario. Like I could set myself down and put myself into this is a Minority Report kind of world. And cool. I can run with that.
And cool. And I kind of want a Dex.
Right?
This is rad.
Yeah, I have always
I
like
know.
I've
I
always
don't care if people track.
Yeah, like I mean, fuck, I have a fucking Apple phone that tracks everything that I possibly do. In fact, tracks me sleeping. So like I go to Disney where I wear RFID bands that can literally track me to the footstep around the park, that know my name, know how many times I have been there. Like, I don't care. I don't care about being tracked and being all that stuff. Like, especially in like, I suffer from anxiety. It would be really rad. Say, hey, whoop, hey, you're suffering from anxiety. You should probably calm the fuck down. Cool. Thank you for telling me that, Jack.
Would you like me to schedule an appointment with your therapist?
Yes, in fact, I would.
He's available in 1.5 hours.
Excellent. I will take the
I will send an Uber for you.
Sweet. But like, so yeah, I'm okay. I would be completely okay with a Dex. Like, because also the tech is really cool on that too. And they can put apps on it. And like, they actually have like full blown games and stuff like that. Like, yes, absolutely. This is the next natural step of technology controlling our entire lives as we sit and have devices that are stronger.
And I liked future teenagers still being future teenage idiots.
Yeah, they're still idiots. They're still teenagers. And
They're
yes,
still teenagers.
well done.
And then like the weird social stuff that she doesn't understand.
Yeah, like she's essentially a country hick into the city now. It's like, yeah, so this guy is helping you out, and like, oh, you're sweet, and didn't think that he was going to ask for anything because where you come from, people just kind of help you. That's sweet and adorable. It doesn't work like that anymore. And yes, he's super creepy and rapey, but you know, it's still like,
yeah, it's
people
like
just
this
don't help.
weird societal expectation. Ugh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Like,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
they call it out later. Like his dick works, but he gets the point. I'm like, oh, geez, all right. Thank you for not showing that, by the way. It's like, yes, these people are attractive. However, they are also portrayed as high school students. So thank you. I appreciate it.
I love the fact that her mom drives an old rusty Prius. That made my heart warm.
Where everybody else drives like super sleek cars. Yeah.
Super streak like self-driving cars or whatever. Drive themselves.
The broken down old jalopy is
It's a Prius. It's an old Prius.
That's fantastic.
Like, it looks like exactly like mine except rusty. Awesome. Great world building.
Yeah,
Again,
absolutely.
Awesome world building.
Again, you get injected into this world, you want more, and like it's a fast, and they don't even really like, they kind of hint like they never fully flesh out like if her mom is actively a like conspiracy theorist or if like she actually knows what she's talking about or anything along those lines. Like, and they let you make that story up. They do not hold your hand. They give you enough information to draw your own conclusion, but don't hold your hand to get there, which is like what I mean, flashing back because you were talking about Bright when we were talking about the rant review on Bright a couple of weeks ago on the Geek.io show. Like that movie would have been a lot better if they kind of did this, where they just drop you in. Here's what's established. Now here's your story, not kind of building up to everything and then eventually letting you off your chain. But by the time they let you off your chain, you've had your hand held through the entire movie.
Yeah, I agree. So yeah, when she got her decks, we meet Ethan, the voice on the other side, and he's super nice and super great.
Yeah, that was a real red flag though. I'm like, yeah, this guy's evil. He's not like super evil, thankfully. Like they didn't have him being like,
no, but like he just kept escalating. I was like, oh, I know what's happening.
Yeah,
the terrorist attack things are real, and they're gonna get her to like fake an attack that they're going to then thwart, and then
her mom is against them, so
destroy everything, and then and that's what happens, and then we're gonna show you that's what happened again.
Yeah, like I said,
you thought you were smart, and we're just gonna go ahead and show you.
It didn't bother me too much. Like the most thing that bothered me was it wasn't even just Ethan. It was the fact that Ethan, like, he was just a corporate lackey, and even his boss is just like barking orders at him while he's doing it. All right, that part actually, that part irritated me a little bit. It wasn't just them. I would have been okay if it wouldn't have bothered me so much.
Oh no,
I
knew it was a full blown conspiracy of some sort.
Yeah, but yeah, this was a very enjoyable episode.
That's the little warning that Philip K. Dick is, weaving into the story.
Yeah, corporate is evil.
Yes, you can let them track you everything you do, but then they can use that to their advantage and build any narrative they want because they control the whole freaking.
They control the media.
Everything.
They burr.
Yeah,
I am not a fan of Dick's political views, like, and especially considering that's pretty much all he writes of his political views. Every Dick book I've read, and yes, I'm just going to continue to say it like that because it's fun. Every Dick book I've read is just like, political overtones. It gets a little irritating, but that's all.
That's understandable.
And
I've only read Man in the High Castle.
Read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, and you will just like it is a very different narrative than what they spun than what Ridley Scott put as Blade Runner. Like, and definitely Minority Report. If you do yourself, Minority Report is probably my favorite book of his that he has written. But like, it is really political, like hyper political, and that's why I think this book had to have been the stepping stone to become what is Minority Report.
I can believe that, especially with the technology and stuff that is on display here.
Yeah, super rad though. I don't care. Fine, give me Dex. I don't care.
Yeah, I would probably still wear one.
There's no probably. Like I am all for like even like being a blind man, like with anxiety, any kind of opportunity that I have to replace a facet of my life with something else, I'm okay with doing. Like even Repo, where they're like, hey, Repo the genetic opera, hey, we'll give you new eyes. Sweet, sign me up. I am so down with that.
Until they have to repossess them.
You pay your bills. That's all it is. Then you won't have the night surgeon coming after you.
Oh yeah.
I just want to watch fucking. I want to watch Repo again so bad.
You can, but first
I own it, so
we have to talk about Black Lightning.
Yeah, we do. You don't sound happy.
No, I didn't say that.
It's just the way you said it. All right, here's Black Lightning, episode 4, Black Jeebus.
Black Lightning Episode 4. But is he bigger than the Black Beatles? Black Lightning's daughter is exhibiting super strength just as a new drug comes onto the market that gives young people superhuman strength. I can't wait until her daddy finds out. But luckily, this is a drug that comes with amnesia, since the kid in question forgets that his principal shot electricity at him. That amnesia is contagious too, since even though they flat out say that this new super drug is instantly addicted after the first taste, they don't bother to keep an eye on the kid who's just had his first taste because of plot. Speaking of odd choices, Jefferson is given one after he fights to prevent his student from being expelled for bringing drugs into school. Does he want to keep the one student safe, or does he want to have the deciding vote on all future student discipline? Which would, by definition, include the one he's trying to save, so it's a pretty simple question, really. Anyway, this filler episode is saved by a couple of menacing bad guys, one of who seems to be either embalming a living person or bringing them back to life Daredevil Ninja Mook style, and an interesting scene where Baby Lightning takes on a couple of street thugs with her new powers,
Her name is Thunder.
learning the hard way that super strength needs super control, just like Superman did in Smallville. That show was cool, wasn't it, guys?
That's a Slack reference. I get it. That's a reference I understand.
I thought Smallville was super cool when I was in high school and college. So
Spoiler alert, because we're getting more stuff throughout the year. We're planning on like filtering in, since the summer months are still kind of low, filtering in some old shows, and I'm kind of wanting to watch Smallville. So we may
because we gotta see Amy Adams in one of her first roles.
yeah. You showed me that.
It's a thing.
Sweet,
It's a thing.
let's
It's a
do it. I
real
love
thing.
Amy Adams. I have the hugest crush on Amy Adams.
I know, and it was funny because like I was thinking about that episode because like whenever I think of bad Smallville episodes, that's the one that always comes to my brain. And then as I was thinking, I was like, wait, that was Amy Adams, wasn't it? And I looked it up. I was like, oh my god, it was Amy Adams. This just got infinitely better.
Oh my god, yes, and I'm so expect over the summer when, like I said, TV shows are a little bit lax. We have Legion coming up, but we'll get to that after the show or after this. All right, so Black Lightning. This was absolutely a bridge episode to the next arc. It's the reason why I didn't have the book of title onto it.
Yeah, I was wondering that because the other one had like the Book of Lawanda or whatever.
Yep.
and
So
colon
this
something,
episode is relatively inconsequential. Like,
yes, there's
I
some
mean,
drugs and some bad stuff, and Black Lightning has to fight to find out what's going on.
like you don't even have like any Tobias or any like grander conflicts set up in this episode.
I mean, Tobias was in it, and they had that really bizarre scene with Lady Eve. And what was happening?
I don't know.
What's going on there?
She is a creepy person, and I don't know enough of her story because, like, I know the Tobias Whale arc, by the way, and I'm not going to get into that, but I know that arc. It's not going to end how it was in the comic books because, well, he becomes Darkseid.
What?
Now we're going to get Darkseid in fucking Black Lightning.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Tobias Whale becomes one of the four essentially comings of Darkseid to the DC universe.
Okay.
So, but we're not going to get that, so I don't have to worry about that. It's that Jimmy Olsen getting superpowers. Fucking what is it? Robin dying. And the bullet that goes back in time, or the four comings of Darkseid. But we're not getting that here. We're getting a really weird episode that's obviously bridging into the next episode. Like,
Yes. So what is Lady Eve doing? She's got like this like 4 foot long giant needle thing and is jamming it into a corpse, I think, because it looked like he had autopsy scars, but then his eyes were open at the end. So is she bringing him back to life? Is this something?
I'm guessing it's
something.
life. I'm guessing that it is a. Oh no!
And they.
Oh no!
And I talk about it later in the next episode.
Tell me we're not getting the anti-life and life equations in fucking Black Lightning. No, this will be the worst thing that they have ever done if this is the case.
Sure, I don't know.
yeah, it's really weird, and she's super creepy though. Like, good on her for being like threatening and like in a good way threatening. Like she's the kind of threatening that I like, where she's not like Tobias literally beating you over the head with his creepiness.
No, she's just kind of weird. She's very pleasant.
Yeah.
But
and I enjoy that.
time
That's the kind of villain I like. Like,
oh, let me tell you a story about the magic albinos.
like Madame Gao. Like, I loved Madame Gao.
Yeah.
But, by the way, I'm on this ABC kick lately, and she is on Off the Boat, which is the Chinese Blackish, essentially.
Yeah.
It's really weird seeing her there. It's super weird.
Huh. I'm gonna see Madame Gao in a comedy role.
She's the nicest Chinese woman ever. Like, she's the sweet Chinese aunt. And it's just like every time she's on screen, I'm like cringing, and so is Rachel. Like, you're Madame Gao, you can't fool me. You're gonna like, come off the screen and like try and kill that poor Chinese kid.
She's gonna punch him in the chest and he's gonna explode.
Like, it's just
saw it happen.
Seeing her in that kind of role after seeing her for fucking 4 years now as an evil Chinese woman. Like, oh, but yeah. So Madame Eve's like that Madame Gao kind of thing. So that worked out well.
Yeah.
I like her. She's a good villain.
And Tobias is good too.
Tobias is all right.
A creepy kind of mini boss almost. I'm not sure. He may like graduate up.
I think he's gonna jump the reins to full boss, because he is the antithesis to I'm not going to do it. Black Lightning. I'm not going to do it. I will not do it.
Black Lightning?
Black Lightning.
Black Thunder?
Black Lightning. No, I'm trying desperately not to call him Black Panther.
Oh. Drink. I see.
Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Drink. It's Wednesday night. It wouldn't be a drink. It wouldn't be a Wednesday night without me drinking something every time I screw up. Yeah, like this. There's not much to say about this episode. It wasn't really a good episode either. Like,
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, I didn't really like it that much.
It's fine. There's some drugs going around. At first, I didn't realize it was called Green Light. I thought at first he said Green Lightning. I was like, really?
That'd be fun. I think I would like
Green
it better
Lightning.
That way. I think I like it better that way.
And the little thugs that he beats up and
yeah,
works his way up the chain. That was fun too.
It's all like this is. I like how they're making him like, even though he has the powers of a literal god, like he uses these powers strictly to clean up his streets, and that is great to me. That is a fantastic storyline for this character.
What you gonna do? You just gonna knock me out and call the police? It's like, all right, I promise I won't call the police if you tell me what I need to know. Okay.
Still gonna knock you out, though. I like how that intonation there is. I'm still gonna knock you out.
Okay. But first, can I take a picture? Can I get a pic?
That was.
Man, what are you doing?
It's just great watching him. Just like, what the hell are you doing? Boom.
Boom. Done.
The drug is actually pretty cool. Like, the effects of it are pretty rad. Like, just instant strength and incredible endurance. And it's obviously a Chekhov's gun that this is something that they're going to be pulling to create a barrier for Black Lightning / Thunder to overcome.
Yeah. And other notes are Electric Vision. It's a neat little thing he has.
Yeah, it reminded me of the Batman vision, the detective vision from Batman Arkham Knight and stuff.
Yep, more on that in the next episode. And why are you creeping, Gamby? Why are you always creeping?
Yeah, Gamby's super creeping.
What are you up to?
He's into everything, apparently. All right. Well then, let's talk about Then the Devil Went Down to Georgia, the Green Light book.
Black Lightning, Episode 5. Yea, the devil brought this plague in the Book of the Green Lanterns. While the somewhat nebulous of Black Lightning's poorly defined powers constantly threatened to give the writers too much freedom to get him out of impossible situations by hand-waving a new use of electricity, it was getting a little silly watching the man run up to trouble like he'd just parked his family car down the street and legged it. But now he can fly. Why not? Because every superpowered human needs a super locomotion or a Batmobile.
or both. Meanwhile, Little Lightning is researching superpowers and comes up with an epic conspiracy that covers the Tukuski experiment, the Flint water crisis, and the Rand Corporation in conjunction with the Saucer People under the supervision of the reverse vampires, who are forcing our parents to go to bed early in a fiendish plot to eliminate the meal of dinner.
Well done. Well done.
Oh, Daryl, never stop.
I didn't catch all of those references, but I think I got about 75% of them.
Oh my god.
And yeah, okay. That's
Yeah.
it.
Moving on.
Yay, Iron Manning around.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, his power is lightning. If he couldn't move faster than what he could or fly, really, this is what's bothering you, Daryl. Like, his power is literally lightning. It's less of a surprise of this than him literally turning into a lightning bolt and jumping into a fucking power pole a la Lady on Supergirl. Like, him flying really didn't bother me at
It didn't
all.
bother me. It was
Apparently bothered Daryl.
It was so Iron Manny.
Yeah, like it was
Extremely
yeah,
Iron Manning.
him moving around with his hands like that. That was the weird part. Like, it was more so the way that it was portrayed than the actual execution.
Yep. And then after he was done Iron Manning around, he was Batmaning around,
Yeah, it was.
appearing in bushes and throwing a cell phone at the police chief, and even uttered the words "the black signal." I'm glad I waited until CJ took a bite of whatever that was to say this. We'll get CJ back in a minute. Yeah, the black signal. Somebody actually wrote that. Somebody said that. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
Let's
that'll
keep
pass
that
through. That'll hit no
And then-
triggers whatsoever.
in. And then the actor was like, "Yep, I'm gonna read that line."
Yeah, Bill. I mean, he's an actor. That's what
Yeah.
he's paid to do.
They're
You're
paying
giving a
me,
script that went through several different rewrites, I'm sure, and still the black signal got through. Oh my
so
god!
the black signal.
Oh my god! The cell phone thing didn't bother me. The black signal thing really, really got under my skin. They're like, yeah, I know you're better than this show. Don't stoop to this level. Do not. You're so much better than this.
Oh, come on. They had the scene earlier that was cool with the cops fighting off the guy hiding on green light. Because it's the book of green light. And
Next
he
time,
jumped
use some tasers. Okay.
yes, time to use a taser first. Jeez.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm
That
sorry.
was great.
That was good.
It's like, yeah,
Appreciated
we
that.
understand this guy's a monster. However, doesn't need to shoot him.
Yep. And then Tobias is going to show up at Gamby's because we got
He's
some
got
plot
his-
to move along.
Everything.
Yeah.
He's got his
We're going
hand.
to drop like ASA acronym. What's
Yeah.
that? I'm sure we'll find out. Something about anti-aging serum. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yep, that was a thing.
That's a thing, apparently. Tobias's anti-aging serum.
Magical albino needs anti-aging serum. And they referenced his powers, which we haven't seen really yet.
Yeah.
Like, he has powers. I know what they are. They're magic in the comic book, so it'll be fun to see what they spill them over to be in this one. He's a magical based creature. It's the reason why Superman can't fight him. And in the comic books, Southland is in right outside of
Metropolis?
Metropolis. It's Suicide Slum of Metropolis. And so obviously there are threats that Superman's like, hey, I should take care of this. Oh shit, that guy's magic.
Peace out.
Can you handle this, black superhero? Yes, I can, white superhero. Thank you.
Right on. Do it. So, okay. Someone with Tobias got magical powers. And some kind of anti-aging serum that was given to him by Lady Eve as part of his debt.
Severance
Question mark.
package. I'm very confused.
Severance package. Yes. the Lady Eve severance package.
You get a gang and some
Your sign on bonus is
yeah,
anti-aging serum
and a gang.
and a gang. And if you do well with your gang and you bring in the money and you run things well, maybe you can move up in the ranks.
Maybe. But if you
We'll let you be a politician, but
yeah, don't
Screwed
suck at
that
the
up.
politician.
but now what? Black Lightning isn't dead? You said he was dead.
Did you get a body? Well, no. You didn't think to ask that?
Exactly.
Like maybe you are bad at your job,
This is
Tobias.
a comic book universe. If there's no body, there's no death.
Right.
Period.
Like, you're bad at this, apparently, Tobias. Like, you should have asked 9 years ago when you thought you killed him. Like, I understand though. Like now that he was covering up, like he doesn't want Black Lightning, who is obviously still trying to get more use of his powers and recontrol them properly, to go up against this guy. So I get it. I understand. Also, ASA, like I don't know what that means. Like I don't know what that means at all. Like American Security Agency or something. I don't know. I'm surprised they didn't make him, since this is in the same universe as Supergirl. I'm surprised they didn't make him a retired, whatever the fuck their shield is, agent.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head what it is.
Crap. Because isn't it the group that Amanda Waller's in? Isn't it that them? No.
No.
I'm getting them mixed
It's
up.
not DARPA.
No.
Not DARPA. That's Metal Gear Solid. It's not Argus. It's not Argus.
Argus. Not
It-
Argus.
Yeah, it's D something.
Ah,
Supergirl gets the D on a weekly basis. Is what I'm saying.
hey.
I mean,
And they're gonna sneak in some backstory after all, apparently.
mhm.
'Cause, Little Lightning's gonna do some research about her grandfather and some kind of experiment with kids getting superpowers from some kind of something.
Spoiler alert, it's probably the same thing that gave a guy named Static Shock his ability.
And Black Lightning.
And Black Lightning and Tobias.
And Tobias. And probably hey, apparently these powers can be passed down genetically. That's cool.
They're bang babies, is what I'm getting at.
What?
Bang baby. Did you not watch Static Shock in the 90s?
No, I did not.
What? It was a great show. I hope they're good. I hope he makes it in here. But then again, I think it'll just be shoehorning way too many. Hey, we have black superheroes. We should put them into this show.
And then on the show, we got daddy issues. Daddy issues all around. Daddy issues for you. You got daddy issues, and you get daddy issues. And
Yeah,
you
'cause
get
Black
daddy-
Lightning's not happy about his daddy, and obviously there's
Tobias
yeah.
goes and bear hugs his dad to death.
Yep.
Because,
He was a wretched father.
got to deal with that.
Um,
And then his sister shows up to give him advice or something.
well, she strikes me as a politician, so it is essentially it's what's his face calling in Black Mariah and Luke Cage.
Cottonmouth.
Yeah, Cottonmouth calling in Black Mariah. Like he needs a PR spin to it because finance is more punchy. He needs stinky.
Yes. First, you got to deal with your daddy issues.
Yeah.
Apparently, you deal with that by killing your dad. Okay.
There are worse ways.
There are worse ways. Then I don't remember who did it, but somebody name dropped Viktor Frankl and referenced him. So I was like, "Oh, Viktor Frankl! I know who that is." I didn't read his book. I listened to the audiobook of his. Fascinating story. Incredible man. I highly recommend it. He invented a whole type of therapy, and is a Holocaust survivor.
Oh, that's rad.
And he was a cool dude. If you want an interesting autobiographical read and the development of logotherapy, which he invented, go pick up his book.
That's real rad, actually. Yeah,
See, what was the name of his book? I'm looking it up now.
so yeah, we have more development of kind of, green light spreading throughout the city, where, I mean, nobody really knows how to deal with it. And I think obviously we're building up to the point of, I think by the end of the book of Green Light, we're going to get Thunder and Lightning together. And I think it's just a matter of time until until the youngest daughter gets superpowers too.
Perhaps. And I think
Also, Tobias be creeping on boyfriend. Stop it. That's creepy. Stop being creepy. Let that poor boy recover in peace. As Jazz is Googling.
I'm trying to figure out. Like, he's got several books, and I'm trying to remember which one I read. I think it's Say Yes to Life, a psychologist experiences the concentration camp.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's an intense book, but it's just fascinating, and he was an incredible man.
That's awesome.
Basically went through this, horrific experience, and then turned that around into something that he used to help people.
Yeah.
And it's just good. Go read it.
Um,
Good stuff. Anyway, I have sidetracked us terribly. Back to Black Lightning.
right. I don't know. It's. I'm feeling like it kind of stumbled in these last couple episodes a little bit. Not from my yes, this is so good. To all right, we kind of have to get the superhero generic shit out of the way. He has to get his sidekick. And all right, cool. I mean, everybody's still acting well, doing well with what they're given. It just feels like they are taking more of a Arrow approach to things, and I don't want that.
Yeah, none of this failing cities.
Yeah,
You have failed this city.
and they're
Now
kind
you
of like
die.
they're kind of like teetering close to that with beating over the head with the police commissioner sitting at dinner,
Yeah, that roundabout.
all but said you have failed this city to the police inspector. Okay, let's just get this needed drama of him being because here's how this is gonna go. He's gonna fight. He's gonna find her, think she's on green light, stop her. She's gonna punch him because she's not on green light, and they are going to get into a fight where they're gonna rip each other's masks off. He's going to be super pissed at her for keeping the secret from her, tell her that she can't do it because it's too dangerous. She'll say, but you've done it for so many years and you kept the secret from me. Why did you do that? And eventually by the time that they have to fight Tobias, they'll be working together as Thunder and Lightning.
Eventually. So Thunder, what the heck was that place you went to?
I don't know.
It's like some magical store for sexy superhero costumes? ? Or was it like stripper clothes?
I look kind of
so
like
confused as to what this place. What is this place?
But this is a universe where superheroes are real, so it would not surprise me that there are stores that specifically cater to probably affluent clientele that want to dress like superheroes, usually for play.
No.
I'm sure there is a very large Supergirl getting her skirt ripped off fetish in the universe.
Oh my.
I am sure of it.
But she'll be the fiercest superhero on the block.
Yeah. Yeah, that was just really weird.
And then she got her costume. She went to the storage unit where her grandfather had stored all the secret things about the secrets, and punched a hole in the door and ripped it off. Which, when she held up the thingy earlier, there was a key taped to the back of it. Probably just Probably just use that key to open the door rather than destroy it. But hey, it's fine. It's all fine. Nobody's opened that in 30 years, so
Proper amount of dust on it, at least. Everything
yeah.
looked like
And a dead rat.
Yeah, and a dead rat. Punch people. I will not be scared of dead rats.
I'm gonna be a superhero. I cannot be afraid of dead rats.
Yeah, that was cute.
So Thunder, be a little more discreet, number one.
Yeah.
If you have a key, maybe use that instead of like
Punching.
holes in the wall.
Yeah, because they're gonna be real pissed when they come by and look at that tomorrow.
You come in the morning, like, what the happened here? So
Oh, that's where I freaking know him from.
which one?
Yeah, Gamby, being Jim
Dexter's dad
and Jim Gordon's dad.
and Jim Gordon's dad.
Yeah, from Gotham.
He's on Gotham.
Yeah, he's Frank Gordon on Gotham.
Oh, interesting. I guess that's a point I haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's
Dexter's dad and
it's Mad City, which
Jim
was
Gordon's
last season, and Heroes Rise. So, because you got Rise of the Villains or whatever it was, and then Mad City, or then it was a Frozen arc, not Let It Go Frozen, Mr. Freeze Frozen. And then it went Mad City and then Heroes Rise, where he finally is Batmaning.
Batmanin'.
But yeah, he's Jim Gordon's dad. And like I said, I've recently watched the Mad City arc. I haven't fully got through Heroes Reborn. Screw it, drink. Heroes.
Heroes Reborn. We've tried to forget about that show.
Yeah, I did.
Anyway, so yeah, that was Black Lightning. And then correction, the book I read / listened to the audio version of was Man's Search for Meaning
Okay.
by Viktor Frankl. According to a survey conducted by the Book of the Month Club in the Library of Congress, Man's Search for Meaning belongs to a list of the 10 most influential books in the United States. So, yeah.
Hey, there we go.
It's a good one. I highly recommend it
So
if you're looking for some intellectual nonfiction
okay.
and
Whoa.
inspiring.
Okay. Yikes. Sorry. Shut up, Netflix. So I put it on for a reason. So now this is a new segment. I don't really have any major cancellations or anything like that. But at this point, we also kind of put on shows that we've been watching that aren't necessarily into what we're talking about here. One, I just realized that the live action Full Metal Alchemist movie is on Netflix. So
I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm going to be watching that. That might be a rant review here soon. But I want to talk about real quick about Queer Eye, the reboot of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy on Netflix.
Oh, that's a reboot?
It is. It's a completely new group. It's a completely new group of 5 guys. It is the most heartwarming, touching, loving show that I have watched in some time. It is on surface level, it is just a makeover show. But like as you get deeper into it, they go into acceptance of, being around this gay black man being around South Georgia cops. And it gets super serious they get into their first actually making over a gay guy. And they get into stereotypes of homosexuals. In the first episode, they bring up one of the guys who's been married for 5 years, and the guy goes, "Oh, are you the man or the woman in the relationship?" They stop the car and go, "All right, we're going to dissect that right now."
Let's unpack that.
They get into the gay guy, and they're like, "Hey, stereotypes are dumb. Not every gay guy is going to be us. We get paid to do this. We have spent our entire lives doing this. This guy isn't even out of the closet yet. So we need to don't come at us thinking, oh, every gay guy is you guys. No, we are experts in our field. We have been doing this for 15, 20 years, some of us. You don't assume that everybody else is doing this. This guy is an accountant." but like they get into where he didn't have the opportunity to come out to his father before his father died, and he wants to come out to his stepmother, and he wrote this letter to his father that he never gave to him, and it is just the most loving thing that you could possibly think of, and it is such a great show. It's 7 episodes, half-hour episodes, and we just completely slammed all the way through it.
Sounds like an easy one to do that.
It is, and it's like it is a nice, you can have it as a background noise. You don't need to really fully pay too much attention to it. It is fantastic. They give you actually really good advice on, dressing your age, how to cook, like not like this is a cooking show, but like just kind of hints here and there how to cook, what good quote unquote makeup is for, men who don't wear makeup and stuff like that. Like they do really well things, and they go above and beyond, not forcing themselves on these people. And it is great because most of them, this entire thing takes place in Atlanta, Georgia, where, as you could probably expect, 5 homosexual men trying to make over other men, and not necessarily the most open and welcoming place.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
They deal with finding
back to me.
MAGA hats and Trump Pence things in these people's houses. And And it's super well done. I hated Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, but then again, I was in the closet when that was on in high school too. So like, I was like, this is dumb and stupid and dumb. I'm never gonna watch this shit. And then Ted Allen's on Chopped. I'm like, hey, okay, he's kind of cool, I guess.
Oh yeah, love some Chopped.
Oh man. But yeah. It's a fantastic watch, and it really gives you a perspective that you never knew that you needed, and it's definitely worth a watch.
Something I was watching, and they were talking about how they meet celebrities all the time and run into them, and it's like no big deal, except when Ted Allen came in, and like everyone freaked out and was like getting his autograph and his picture. And or like geeking out that Ted Allen was there.
Yeah.
I can't remember where that was though. Oh well. Not important. Let's move on.
Yeah, and then some.
I watched something
Okay.
to talk about. So anybody remember The Soup?
Yeah.
Did you watch The Soup? Did you like The Soup?
I watch it every so often. Yeah, I enjoyed it when I watched it.
Okay, well, Netflix has brought on this new show called The Joel McHale Show with Joel McHale. And it's The Soup.
Yeah, it is.
It is 100% The Soup on Netflix.
And it's
They even make jokes the entire time that it is The Soup.
It's so good, you guys.
And it was great. It was I have been lamenting ever since it went off the air how much I missed The Soup, because Katie and I, it was like our Friday night tradition. We would watch The Soup every Friday night and just laugh, and it was a great way to unwind and end the week. And then it was gone, and we've just missed it for so long. Netflix has brought it back, and it's exactly what I wanted it to be, and it's fan-freaking-tastic.
It really is.
I love it.
It's so good.
And Katie was very disappointed that we couldn't binge like 13 episodes of it. It's like, no, it's a weekly show. What?
Yeah,
Netflix doesn't do that.
They do now. They kind of dipped their toes in it with that with Chelsea.
Yeah, they did the Chelsea show like that. But this one, it's topical stuff, so they're talking about the week, so it's kind of works that way. But
I kind of like it. Like I kind of like them doing.
I'm fine with it being
just
weekly.
binging things.
Yeah, Katie was very disappointed. She's like, "There's just the one." Like, yeah, it's a weekly show on Netflix.
Yes.
But okay, it's like, they're talking about the topical things of what happened this week and making fun of it and having fun, and she's like, yeah, that makes sense. I guess you're right.
Also, shout out to Mindhunter. If you've not watched Mindhunter, fucking watch Mindhunter.
That's one that's been on my.
It is so good. It's heavy though. Like it's super heavy.
Well, it's about serial killers, so
Yeah, like I watched the first episode when going to bed, and I regret it. Watch it when you can rewind. Watch it when you can unwind with something else. Like,
And
but
we've almost finished season 2 of The Crown, which has been excellent.
so good too. Oh my god.
Excellent.
But yeah,
Netflix
if you have not
is
watched Mindhunter, fucking watch Mindhunter. Just like I said, watch it maybe 2 episodes at a time, and then watch something cute and fluffy. Like,
Just cleanse the palate.
yeah, you definitely need a palate cleanser after that one. It's not like super heavy dense, but it's dense enough for me to say you may just want to have a little bit of a space between these. And speaking of, we'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Where we still will not be talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but we'll be wrapping up Electric Dreams, some more Black Lightning, and The Tick is coming back. So we'll be talking about that.
And oh my gosh, the season 2 previews.
Yeah, right.
Giddy.
God.
It was like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait for this to come back.
This is technically not season 2. It is season
Well,
1.
it's the second half of season 1, whatever.
Because fuck you, it's The Tick.
Whatever. I don't care. Put it in my eyeballs, please.
Yes. So we will probably end up just rampaging through the entire thing and maybe talking about that next
Because
episode.
I loved the first half and the
Like we accidentally did. Like I accidentally did the first time. Like
watched the whole
sit down
thing.
for 2 episodes, watch the entire thing.
The first half was great. And I watched the trailer for the full season and oh my gosh.
As-
I'm so in. I want this now.
So we're gonna wrap up Electric Dreams.
I'm a boat, but I identify as male.
And The Tick. Some or all of The Tick. I will update the social media probably next Monday or so if we're gonna watch the entire thing of The Tick. Because that comes out this week. Comes out Friday. So we will know
We may try to stretch it out into 2 episodes. We'll see what we can handle.
Yeah, because we do have 4 episodes of
Drink
of Electric Dreams to talk about. Is it 4 more episodes or just 2 more episodes?
We've done 6. Yeah, there's 4 more.
So 4 more, yeah. So we may do that. I don't know yet. Keep an eye on the social media. I'll update you. That social media is, by the way, Twitter and Facebook /Geekioshow. And you can email us if you want us to talk about all of the rest of Electric Dreams, or maybe only 2 episodes and all of The Tick, or half of The Tick and all of Electric Dreams. Either way, I want to kill off one of these 2 Amazon shows next week. You can send us an email, geekioshow@gmail.com. Just put small screen spoiler show or spoilers in the subject line. You can give us a call as well. I just tested the line, making sure that it still worked. 727-489-4335. That is 727-489-GEEK. Does indeed work. Website where you can get all of our shows and more, geek-io.net. If you want to support this show and everything that we do on the Geek.io network, head over to patreon.com/geekio. If you want to chat with us, you can do so as well there by going over to geek-io.net/discord for our Discord channels. Whew! And as always, we have a Showbot, and you can go over to geekioshow.showbot.tv, and we have show titles. What do we got for show titles, Chess?
CJ's gonna enjoy me reading all these.
Yeah.
Human is Crazy Diamond. Human is Crazy Diamond, and the Hoodmaker is safe and sound. Too long, but good. Plastic Bubble Orgy Cave. Easy to predict. She needed that Rexarian D. Say my name. Say my name. Too much Bushimi. Robo Insurance Lady. Deep, 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 deep. Dirty Old Men. Every dick book I've read. Every dick book. Bigger Than the Black Beatles. The Book of Green Lanterns. And Supergirl getting her skirt ripped fetish. I feel gross that I had to read that out.
Those are my 4 that I put it in for. Yeah, it'll probably end up being every dick book I've read. All right, guys. We'll see you here in a couple of weeks. If you're into anime, come back next Monday where the 4 of us talk about animus. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
my name is Walter Buffalo, and I hope you've enjoyed this Geekioshow Media Network production. Copyright 2018. You see how that works?
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.